but we don't get still. We won't shut up. And we manage everything through fear, control, and survival.
You are describing me to a T, Miss Iyanla.
Women in general, they don't want to hear. They think their way is right. And I'm crazy when I say sit down, shut up, and listen, and you can create what you want. They don't want to hear that.
And that's usually how it goes, because modern women are hard-headed. They don't listen. Remember Iyanla? Shahrazad Ali tried to tell Iyanla decades ago. Her and all the other feminists, they wanted to debate her. Now all these years later, Iyanla is trying to turn a new leaf and selling femininity programs.
Yeah, I had a very lovely single black mother, and I'm going to get to the statistics on single black motherhood and family life. But she was, by definition, more of a father figure in terms of providing and protecting. And I think that's very common. So according to the U.S. Census, Iyanla, 23% of households in the country are single-parent households, and we know 80% of them are led by women. How does this affect the child? Both little girls, little boys, non-binary children. How does that frame their expectation of women when the mother is in charge?
It all depends on what the mother or the woman demonstrates about being a woman. If she's demonstrating that it's hard and it's rough and nobody's helping me and I gotta do this and you gotta do it this way, then that's what the children are gonna get. If she's angry because she's alone, if she's desperate if she's not conscious, if she's not careful. I mean, when I look at the damage that I did to my children, not being clear about who I am as a feminine expression of the chief architect and creator of the universe, when I understand that I didn't know that and how to tap into that, and the damage I did to my children who I love with all my heart, as soon as I discovered how off I was, I confessed it to them and asked them to watch me as I rebuilt who I was. And I'm still very alpha, but I'm in my throne and my crown is straight.
Okay.
Most of the women are messed up today because of what their mothers told them or taught them. They sabotaged their children. She was out of order and she said that she confessed it to her kids.
But so many of us are out of touch with our body. We'll give our body to somebody else before we really get in touch with it ourselves because we're so busy doing till we don't know how to be. When I talk about feminine energy, again, I'm talking about the grace, the compassion, the humanity. I'm talking about mercy. I'm talking about silence, stillness. I'm talking about flow and movement. I'm talking about speaking from a place of intuitive knowing.
Renee, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, have you been listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah. But Tito, well, actually, I just cut it on. Tito said he can't hear nothing.
I hear the video. I see it. Yeah.
Okay. Text Tito and ask him if he's getting anything. Tito. He may be sleeping to death.
Czar Tito. Where's the Czar Tito? How do I don't think I'm gonna see
the comment section.
So I see the comment section, right? I see that. But private chat?
Well, it should be on stream chat. It should be.
Oh, I see. No, that's you. Okay, yeah. Take that off. See more.
Okay. Let me finish playing it. It's like a minute. Well, is it? Let me skip to the end. Skip to the end.
To make money, then what? When you realize that degree isn't worth the paper it was written on, or the paper that you went into debt to get it, then what? When you realize all those clothes and the cars you drive doesn't matter anymore, when you don't really have anywhere to go or can't even afford to patronize what's going to be left of the brick and mortars, then what? At that point, you'll find out what really matters in life. And you'll see that you don't have anything of real value that actually matters for real to survive. You think that you're doing all of this to survive, but you're going to see what real suffering is when the government and these corporations will be too poor to subsidize your fake lifestyle.
And are you willing to be in partnership as a woman, or do you want to be a dude having a relationship with a man? And when I say a dude, I mean how you manage yourself, how you talk to men. We got to stop talking to these men like they're boys. Even if he is driving the bus and he don't own it, or picking up trash, even if he did this 7.5 to 15, that doesn't give us a right to use this divine instrument called a throat and a voice to demean somebody.
Yeah, because most modern women are dudes. It's sad because men in relationships with them are basically with another man in a wig and makeup, but still with female DNA and body parts. Everything else about them, though, is like a man. I think Steve Harvey really got them confused. Still, though, Iyanla is definitely one of these women. She's been that way for decades. She admitted it here in this video, but it sounds like she analyzed her life, saw her wrongdoing, and now she's trying to help Black women see the same, I guess. She's selling this program for women. Do you think Iyanla will be able to convince them that they really have a problem? Because one of the main issues with these diva boss chicks is that they really think they're perfect and everyone else around them is the problem. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. Special thank you to Robert P. I appreciate you for all of your support, as well as Nathaniel. He and his girlfriend recently got engaged. She was the one who...
Nobody care about that. I Okay.
There he is.
I'm surprised nobody. What's your thoughts?
It makes sense. It is the state of things now. I mean, I get it. I understand. The families of many Americans has been disrupted for a really long time. We're just seeing the results of it. That's all. There's a large amount of absentee, fathers, and we're just seeing the results of it. I actually don't. I think this lady's gotten a really bad rap because she got a lot of hate for um, the statement she made about the bus driver.
Right.
But I think it's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your preferences. Just be okay if you don't get it.
Yeah. I think that's a valid point. Be okay if you don't get it because it's a choice. I
Right.
mean, it's not that she would be in need of any type of funds. I mean, she paid.
Right.
Yeah, she's paid. So it's not an issue about her not having any money. But Ilana said she's like, well, she actually said, what about a man? What was the point she said? She talked about like and she said, what about man? But her choice is that if he can't do more than me, well, she didn't say exactly say that, but if he can't do to my standard, then I don't want him. That's a choice.
Right. That's your choice. And I think we have to start making it okay to
That's
be
okay. Right.
to be single. If a woman's like, listen, this is what a man has to be with me, period. Okay, fine. And now if you never get it, if 20, 30, 40, 50 years go by and you never in a relationship or you never get married, you just have to be okay with that and live in peace. Oh, you turn your volume off?
I mean, echo.
Oh, now it's on. Okay, good.
Yeah, I'm getting echo. I don't know I don't know which direction it's coming from. Is it coming on high? Nope. All right, you get me now.
I hear you clearly. This is Renee.
Yeah,
I hear you clearly.
I got you. I'm hearing you dumb. Okay. All right. Okay. Whatever. You hear me double or is single?
Let me see. I think I hear. I mean, I hear you fine. I think that I do hear a little bit of an echo, but I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Yeah, I did hear echo. Um, this is getting me. I heard that too. Yeah, so uh, it's like every time I say something, I hear myself.
I think you should just endure.
It's sounding like bad Star Trek movie. Let me see if I cut this off. Oh well, that should be all right. Let me see how many years I got up. So I think the biggest issue that people gave with girls because she had all right. Oh, I know what's happening. I got two people up.
Yeah, now I see two of you.
Uh, kick off. Kick off. Okay. All right. Hide on screen. Kick off. Hold. You cannot kick off.
Now turn your volume on.
All right.
Okay, now there. See, there's fine. Don't mess with anything. Just leave it.
Okay. So okay. So she had the issue about the bus. She had two screens, and I used to have two screens. I know I have two screens. Two screens. It's irritating to me. But in any case, the bus. She had the issue with the person having a bus, being a bus driver versus owning a bus. And like you said before, I think that's fine. Everybody should have their own option, their own choice. And she got a whole bunch of hits, but I guess because it came from a what it appeared to be complimented this place. Would you agree?
Okay, say that last part again.
It appeared to come from a I know which I can't speak from. Oh, it appeared to come from pompous space, but I don't think it's pompous. I think it's just her talking. Would you agree?
You think it was just her, um, like you went out a little bit. Say it one more time, but talk slow and enunciate.
I said, as if she was that she was. Did you hear me?
Yeah, you said I said that she was what?
No, not that you said. It just appeared. It appeared that she was speaking from a pompous state. A pompous state.
Oh, pompous. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Yeah, she did come off a bit condescending. Yeah, she did come
Yeah.
off a bit. I think that's maybe why, but I get it. She's saying, oh, tonight she was saying she's never been able to find any man that did protect and provide for her. And she
Right.
believes that in order for that to be true, he needs to be at a certain level of income. Um, that's what she thinks, or that's what she feels, and she's
Right.
never met anybody like that. So Ayana says, "Well, will you date a bus driver?" And she says, "Well, if he owns the bus." So I guess her mind, yeah, that did seem condescending. Like, okay, he needs to be. But once again, hey, if that's her preference, she's 40 years old. She says she's single and she's doing okay. She says she's doing well. So hey, live your life.
And she doing. Yeah, she's doing more than well. Yeah, but that's her life. I agree.
You know, because if that's your preference,
Yeah, but
that's
she
your
like
preference.
but this is get me. Ah,
what, what is happening?
you can't hear the echo. You can't hear the echo at all.
Yeah,
But I hear the echo. So
uh,
so what happens is that when you talk, my what I say comes back and crosses over what you say.
oh, I see. Okay.
So that's let me let me just see. I'm just taking one more stab at the computer. Computer, come on. Yeah, this. Well, maybe I just have the wrong thing. All right. Yeah, previous use audio. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah, the speakers. Let me cut. All right. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Almost. Let me cut this off. Oh no. No. So like, more. And I'm gonna end this. Keep streaming. All right. I'm just trying to cut this thing off. Log off. All right. Let me just cut the phone off. Off. All right. Okay. Yeah. So it's not bad as it was. So I got two people on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, so it's totally off. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
No. All right.
So, yep, I can hear you.
Oh, you should be able to hear me. I can't hear myself. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I can
No.
hear you. I can hear you. Tito said he can hear you too.
Hello.
I can hear you. Tito said he can hear you
Hello.
also.
Hello. Hello.
I hear you fine. And Tito says he can hear you also.
All right. Renee.
Renee is present.
Okay. Good. Hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
That's why I can't hear you. Is your volume up? All right. Say something.
Testing, testing.
Yeah, I cut you up.
One, two,
Yeah.
three.
Good. Thank the Lord. Oh wow. Okay. What I was saying that she came off pompous. She came off pompous. Um, she appeared as she had it all together, and she didn't need anybody to mess up her flow. Because if somebody came in to mess up her flow, she'd be mighty upset. And she said, she said at the beginning, said, who hasn't she dated?
Mhm.
So she dated the whole spectrum. That's not necessarily a good thing, I don't think. in this time of age, this time of age, because dating is not in the traditional fashion, me just going taking you to Denny's and just
Yeah.
having a conversation. It's not like and this is only an assumption. It's not as if people in this current time of age, just go around and it's like speed dating. It's not like it's, and I think that's not necessarily a bad thing, the speed dating, because you may have 2 or 3 minutes to have a conversation with the person. Bam. To see if you have rapport, you go to somebody else, go to somebody else, go to somebody else. And then you have a conversation and being acquainted with the individual and see if you like to take it further to a better conversation. But for when somebody say that they've been through, they, they did all types, that's not, I don't think there's anything to brag about. Yeah,
Yeah.
from a female point of view. But did you catch the part when her, Iyanla was saying that she was a man? I was surprised that she owned it.
Hmm.
She said she messed up her kid. She said she messed up her kid because she tried to be a man, a provider, all that stuff. She tried to be not just a provider, but she was totally masculine.
Yeah.
She said that. Yeah, she's totally masculine. Now she's trying to tell women not to be as she was. Yet she doubled down and said she's an alpha woman.
Right. Can a person, I mean, can a person just, I don't think a person can just randomly choose to not be themselves. I mean, I get it. If you're the sole parent in the family, then yeah, everything falls on you. So obviously she was a single mother. So
No, she was married.
oh, she's saying she did all this while she was married?
I don't know. I don't know, but she was married. Remember the first time she showed the Oprah? The first time she was on Oprah, she was married, and then she did something to her husband for degrading him, and that was it. I mean, her husband was on the show before, I think, and then
Oh,
it didn't
okay.
last. It didn't last long after that. But she agreed that she was just extra masculine.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I think she's been for a while too.
Wow. Yeah, that's not going to work, especially within the context of a marriage. Well, depending on the man, you know, times have
Yeah,
changed. More and more men are, there are more and more men taking on how do I say, the right way. Um, like you have more and more stay-at-home dads. You have more and more men where the woman is the provider. You know, I'm not saying I necessarily think that's a good thing, but
but that doesn't necessarily mean that just because the woman provides doesn't degrade the role of the man.
I totally agree. I don't think a man has to make more than
Yeah,
his wife.
right. Yeah, it
I
doesn't.
mean,
I know a couple people that wife makes more, but the man manages to he's better with it, the money. I mean, so and that's not always the case either. I think it's a team effort. It's a team effort. It's not about. It's supposed to be the same pot. It's supposed to be for the working of the house and the family. And now you have businesses that's different, But if you have but you know, the first goal, the first objective should be to take care of the home. Now I think that comes times uh when one of the parties, when the husband may be a businessman or may be working business, that it may not be understood. It may not be understood that the business actually pays for the house expenses. Um, yeah, I think it sometimes may be difficult for a person actually to understand that it won't be as ironclad. Running a business like running a business is different from ground up. Is different from working a 9 to 5 at Walmart.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with 9 to 5 at Walmart. At Lowe's, there's nothing wrong with that because you can move up the ranks. You can get a supervisor job. You can be a manager. You can be over the store, and you learn good skill sets for that. And some people are just content with that due to the fact that they're people oriented. They want to serve, and this venue they can reach out. Some people like Lowe's that like being around with the tools and stuff, so they get discounts, everything, and then you build a community. You choose where you want to build your community at. That's what I think. That's the reason why a lot of people stay at jobs for 30, 40 years. You got the job security, you got retirement, but I think more than that, you got family, you got community. I mean, if you can work for somebody for 30 years, you made some friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've made some friends, and then when you leave that job, you still have people that you're connected with. I mean, 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours a day, sometimes overtime. What? And I get that. And so even if you're self-employed, you have to build a community with like-minded people, or that you can bounce things off of that understands the struggle. Because everybody doesn't understand the struggle. Sometimes it doesn't make sense. And just like Ebony was talking, Iyanla, she was talking about her. They was talking about they're raised by single women, and they're raised to be masculine for the most part. They did say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me read this. This is what happened to Iyanla. Iyanla says her life completely fell apart after her talk show was canceled in 2002. That's because she's that because I think maybe that's because she she didn't do Oprah right. She apologized since, you know. But I think I may be wrong with that. But I think she had the issue with Oprah for a while. Um, but Iyanla says her life completely fell apart after her talk show was canceled in 2002. She lost everything, including her home, her marriage, her multi-million-dollar book deal, her fortune, and her daughter. Ooh, that's hard. Jemiah, who died after battling cancer. Yana writes candidly about her downfall in her book, Peace in Broken Pieces. Let's see how long she was married, though. How long was she married? Uh, how long was she married? Uh, I don't know. I don't know, but she had a lot of issues. She had lots of that happened. One thing was due to affair. What was it due to affair? Um, rough childhood, multiple relationships. Uh, she attempted suicide, new life, midlife, turning point, teacher class, da, all these pluses. Gender, female. She's 66. Yeah, but she was married. She was married. She had, whose father she knew in high school following. She married another man whose name was Kirk, an army man. The union lasted just 7 months. That resulted in Jemiah 29. Her next relationship was with a drug abuse counselor. Really thought was interesting. I think the whole interview was interesting to the point that um, she really explained about how old girl was wrong. She wasn't wrong, but she was saying she was wrong. She was saying that Ebony, that's already made your call, but are you good with the consequences? And Ebony said, yeah, I am.
Hmm.
Are you good with the consequences? And she was good with the consequences.
Right. So, and there you have it.
There you have it. You can't get mad. Okay, what Phil say? I don't feel. Phil said, I don't feel. Okay, the first thing Phil said, it's a team effort about contributing to the bills. The man does not have to make more; he has to contribute. All right. Okay. And then he said, I don't feel sorry for uh, Ayana. And then he said, and furthermore, she was she was the one that wanted her to end the show in 2002. Oh wow! All right. And what else he said? She, I love Ayana Vanzant. Yeah, Vanzant. I think she could have continued on Netflix or something like. I agree. Who was that? Was that that's Phil? Yeah. Yes, I can hear. Yes, yes, yes. You chop. Yes, I can. Now see, all the stuff is on the phone now. That's why it's so clear. Um, but I was working both of them. It wasn't going good. Actually, this worked better. So yeah, so yeah, it was a good exchange, and I think but I think the clip plays so well because it played well as far as it went viral due to the fact is that she she kind of comes across as a prima donna, and she's fair skinned, it's nice straight hair, and got money, and it's articulate, and that's unfortunate. But everybody can be trolling it. Now I didn't play a response. Her response is I understand that conversation she just had with Iyanla, but her response is that she's trying to defend herself. I don't think she needs to defend herself.
No.
She want what she want.
Yeah, exactly.
You want what you want. I mean, I mean, yeah, I mean, you have a choice and you have preference, but I guess she may be feeling that the perception of that clip may mess with her suitors.
Right.
Yeah, it may make her appear like a gold digger, but she don't need anybody else's gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she don't need anybody else's gold. And I think that's the thing. I don't want anybody's gold, and I guess she just doesn't want to feel that as if she's uh more advanced than the gentleman. But who knows? Who knows? It just depends.
Yeah, I don't even. I personally, I don't see why that matters. I don't see anything wrong with a medical doctor dating and marrying a bus driver or a carpenter or plumber or a see. I was watching a Dave Ramsey show, and he was talking to a woman, a married woman. Oh, she was getting married. Her salary was 650,000 a year.
That's
She was
all.
she was a surgeon. Yeah, she was a surgeon. And you know how much her fiance makes that she's marrying?
65.
No, no, he's a little bit. He was making 150,000.
Oh, that's
And
respectable.
actually, I think I can't remember if she was already married or she was. I think she was actually already married. This is her husband. Um, and Dave Ramsey's co-host asked her. He said a side question. He said, "I just want to ask you, do you have any issue with your husband's salary?" And she, without any hesitation, you felt no bias. She said, "Oh no, no, it's." She said, "No, I don't. It's fine." So I don't. But once again, if that's your thing, if you're a woman and you feel like, oh my, or man, whatever, and you feel like, oh my husband has to make more money than me, and I'm not going to marry anyone or date anyone that doesn't make more money. Okay, that's your choice. You have a right to that. No one can really say, I think you'll be missing out if 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years go by. and you never get married or you never had that relationship you always wanted, a- as long as you're okay with it, then hey, live your life. But I don't understand this thing. I don't, as a Christian, as someone who studies the Bible, in this modern day and age, I just don't think it should be a requirement that your spouse makes more money than you or less. Whatever you make, you both put it together in the same pot and you live your lives out of that same pot. Pay your bills. Now, I understand there's some women that they're like, well, I have a certain lifestyle. I want to travel. I want to drive a certain car. I want to live in a certain house. And he has, okay, I get that. Then that's on you. If that matters to you that much, if you're like, well, I want to drive, I only drive the latest Mercedes and I want to live in a house in a particular, that's your life. That's your choice. Now you may miss out. You may end up being single for your entire life. That's not a curse. As long as you're happy and you're at peace with that, then hey, knock yourself out. Now, this woman, I think Ebony's her name. It sounds like the way she was talking. Hey, she says she makes money, she's doing well. So hey, all right, fine. Just be happy and be single.
Yeah, she probably she travels the whole world, does everything. I think but even on the male's point of view, after a while that gets old, especially when you do it by yourself.
Yeah,
How many times can you go to Paris? I mean, I mean, it gets old. I think it's always better with others. I don't necessarily think a lot of people think the beach is soothing and relaxing, and it is, I guess. But I'll have better time with people at the
yeah,
beach.
I agree. I agree.
Because to
Yeah.
me, just give me a bucket of sand and a bucket of sand and a fan, and I look at my flat screen water and put like the sunlight on me. I think I'm at the beach. I mean, because yeah, that doesn't. That's me though. But I know a lot of people. The beach. Oh well, I'll go to the beach. I mean, okay. Now I see going to the beach, but it's still about being with people, having a little barbecue pit and cooking stuff for people and hanging out and playing frisbee or whatever. But people, because the beach is gonna be there. The people won't. It's about making memories. It's all about making memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I believe life is better lived together, you know.
Yeah. I thought that it's a shame that a person has lived the whole life and then come to the end, but come not to the end, but get advanced in age and realize, man, I jacked my kids up. Oops.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for her to come to terms, and that's responsible. That's ownership. I can respect that. It could be all their issues, and unfortunately, our issues affect others.
Mhm.
And yeah, and I think that it comes time, it comes time where even as a parent, you have to realize that you're not your children's friend. And back in every parent's mind, they really want to be friendly. You really want, I say one thing, everything is good. But if it doesn't, but if it's not good, I think you have to own the fact that man, your kids may not like you,
Mhm.
but that's not the job. The job is to make a good product. They may not like you there, but they will respect you, and and they can't see what you see. Yeah, they can't see what you see.
Right.
And so I had to force myself, say, okay, man, I gotta, okay, I push. Sometimes I have to, I can't have a conversation. But they're okay. As I cannot have a conversation with you because you don't understand. But it's gonna come a time where you will understand. You're gonna come back. You're gonna come to me. But right now, this is what needs to be done. And I expect you to give 100%. Do your very best in it because it's a building block for other things to come. Because sometimes what a child thinks is it is not all the time because their thought pattern is engineered based on the environment and the stimuli that's feeding into the thought into the world. They're still discovering the world. They're still trying to understand the world, comprehending themselves as well as the things that they're learning and thinking that they know more than they do, but they don't. And you have to weather that storm because you can see the storm coming, and you trying to, and what you're trying to do is get them equipped to get in the boat, to swim to the shore, or to climb the mountain. And if they're not equipped, because when they was younger, you don't want to hurt their feelings. But when they're doing 10 and 20,
Hmm.
you'll wish you hurt their feelings. And they would have too. I've heard documentaries where the convicts prison said, "I just wish my parents had been stricter on me. I wish my parents didn't give me everything I want. You know, they give me some boundaries." And I love that kid. I've seen some adults that they're just mad because the parent wasn't a parent. They said, if it wasn't you, I wouldn't be in the situation. But they didn't want they didn't want the child not to like them. And that I think when you don't want your child not to like you, a lot of times it's because you don't have any other friends. You don't have any other friends. So you really don't want your child to not like you because you don't have anybody else that's supposed to show you unconditional love. Or should, not supposed to, but does, outside of the people you make. Now when that's the case, yeah, that's not much living. If you're living vicariously through your child, not wanting having attachment issues and not wanting them to leave for the sake of you won't have a friend. Every parent's goal is to get now you're gonna miss them, but your goal is to kick them out. the
Yeah. Right.
goal is to kick them out. And I think when you can kick them out successfully, know they can handle themselves. They can wash their clothes, they can have the checkbook, they can make money, they're not emotional wreck, they can regulate their emotions. Yeah, and that could sound stupid. I think you did well. And unfortunately, a lot of that it requires you instilling fear in your children when they're younger. And really, fear is nothing but reverence. Because I don't think a child really understands what reverence is, but they know what fear is. If I say this, uh, no, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. So hey, it is what it is. Um, in light of the whole conversation with the Ebony and Iyanla, it it could bleed over to another it can bleed over to something else. However, it really wasn't that in depth, probably because Iyanla actually offered context. She offered context to uh why why she was saying that. I thought it was interesting why she was saying that no, you're wrong. And she was saying you've been is masculine attitude. And she's like, I was wrong in what I did. She still doubled back and said that I'm an alpha woman. So eh, I'm trying to see how that's going to pair and make sure be content where she at. You know, I'm still alpha. And I guess the alphas take charge. I think you can take charge and not be the alpha. Yeah, I think Ruth I could say someone would say Ruth was alpha.
Ruth in the Bible?
Ruth in the Bible.
Okay. Uh-huh.
She saw that old dude a whole bunch of money, and she talked to Naomi. Naomi, girl, you better lay down at that feet. Yeah, get that bag. Yeah, yeah. No, you better position yourself. Shoot, you need to be redeemed by the Kingsman Redeemer. Uh, oh, let me see. Phil said, "Do you think age and maturity level has something to do with women who are okay with making more money than the gentleman suitors?" What do you think, Renee?
No, because there's some older women that still feel that same way. I think it just depends on the person, their experiences, how they were raised, and their thought process. Because this particular thing with Dave Ramsey, the woman, I don't think, if I remember correctly, I think she may have been in her 40s, 30s. I don't know. I can go back and it's on YouTube. Um, but no, well, maturity perhaps, yes, but not necessarily age, because there are older women who feel that way, then there are young women that feel that way. But maturity, yeah, I think maturity and enlightenment does affect that, and how they're
Well,
raised.
lightning through the third
Huh?
eye.
Say again?
Lightning, lightning through the third eye.
No,
Oh,
no third eyes. I don't. We ain't doing no third eyes. But yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with how you're raised. We live. The times have changed. More and more couples have both people working. Um, I don't think it's an issue as long as God's will is being fulfilled and you're both fulfilled and happy. It's okay. So so the husband's making 100,000, wife's making 200,000. Hey, you're both making 300,000. Put it in the same pot, and build a great life together. It should be okay. I don't get the woman that's, well, I'm making 20, so he has to make what I make or more. Like, why? Why? Well, but once again, that's your preference. Well, that's what I want. Okay, well, fine then. Now, if 20, 30, 40, 50 years go by and you never have that marriage or you never have that relationship you wanted, you just have to be happy, be okay with it. And some women are. Someone's like, hey, I never met a man that was to my standards. So I'm good. Okay, yeah, be happy, live your life.
right. Yeah. So yeah, like the 600,000, $150,000. That's not even a question. They ain't gonna spend all that money.
Right. Well, hopefully not. Some
I
people
mean,
would, but yeah, hopefully not. You wouldn't think. That's what? That's 650s. That's 800,000 between two people. Come on now.
he said, if they're living modestly, he said, "Baby, I got the house. You can take care of all the bills. They got a whole bunch of money left over."
I mean, yeah, I would say just have one main account. Everything goes to the main account. Pay all the bills and expenses through that main account.
That's an automatic draft because
Yeah,
after taxes, he's 150, so he probably make it 85, so he can pay all that and then have some over. I mean,
yeah. Then you
it's just like
invest,
when we
you
go to bed,
save. Yeah.
yeah, they probably a nice house, but the house still, if they had a nice house, it's still it probably won't cost over $4,000 a month.
Yeah, and the fact that they were calling in Dave Ramsey, I got the impression that they were financially savvy people. Um, so you know, the Bible says to it's okay to use the things of this world, just don't be attached to the things of this world.
Right.
So if you're making 800,000 between the two of you, live beneath your means, invest, save, do all the right business things, and fulfill God's will. Be happy. But I just can't see, and that's a personality thing. If she's coming home like, look here, homeboy, just remember, I'm making 650, you making 150. So don't be trying to think you in charge. Well, see, that's different. That's different. But
Yeah.
she said I'm fine with it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm fine. She said like she didn't even have to think about it. Oh yeah, it's no problem. No big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. It works. I mean, 600. Good grief. But he's still over 1%. 150. So he's still doing good. So it's not. Now you said they say if she married, he making 30,000.
If she's making
Amen.
650 and he was making 30,000,
Yeah.
yeah, I think if they love you, like what Ayana said, if you primary thing is God's will, then you're both happy and fulfilled. If you
But
meet a person,
I think the commonality would be different though. See, 150, he's still in the sphere of the social network. 30,000 doesn't necessarily mean he be he can be a garbage truck guy make 100,000.
right? If,
Um,
if he's is he happy? Is he? Are you both happy with each other? Can you relate to each other? Are you both fulfilled? I still don't think it's an issue. It just depends on the. It's only an issue if they make it an issue.
I agree. I agree because he can be making nothing and they're working on a dream. He can be writing a book.
Right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because oh, okay, yeah, he can be writing a book.
And now a friend of mine told me about one of his former coworkers. It was the
Uh-huh.
same situation. She was making like I think 270 something. He was making like 90,000. They were married. They had a child, and they decided they wanted one person to stay home with the kids because she was making so much more. They decided that she should keep working and he would stay home with the kids.
Oh, she gonna regret that one.
Say what?
Well, she may have tremendous flexibility in the job too. So I said she may regret that one, but
But once again, as long as they're happy
you know that
and it
because
and it
two
works for
seventy,
them,
yeah, but 270 she probably had tremendous flexibility. So yeah, long they happy.
right? So it made sense. He was making 80, she was making like two something. They said, "Hey, she had a baby." They were like, "We want let's one of us stay home with the kids for their formative years." And I guess it made sense. And well, you're making 80, I'm making. We can live off of my 270. So
Right.
it made more sense to like, well, I don't want to give up my 270 and live off your 80. Let's live off my 270 and give up your 80. So they made a decision. So he became a stay-at-home dad.
Mm.
Hey, if it works for you, you know.
If it work, yeah, if it work.
Yeah. Uh,
Uh, so I think I'm a I'm gonna play around with this thing next week. I got this little tablet. I'm gonna use a tablet instead of computer, tablet and the phone.
whatever you're using now, why don't you just keep using that? It's clear and you sound good. Why don't you keep using that? Except for the fact that the picture keeps changing. I don't know what you.
Big, it's the phone.
Oh, so the phone is better. What were you before your laptop?
Yep. I'll try to use both of them.
Oh,
I'll try to use the phone and the laptop, and the sounds were It wasn't working.
That's why there was an echo. That's probably why there was an echo. She had two devices.
I worked it before, but I don't know how I worked it before. Um,
Probably you had one off. You probably had one volume off and the other one on.
yeah, I right. I just yeah, I did, but I still forgot how I did it. Um, but I got a tablet. I try to work the tablet, and I can work the phone the same way. The phone is excellent as far as the video and the sound. Um, it keep on clicking out. I got to touch it, but still, other than that, it's fine.
You said keeps what, like trying to
Like right
turn it
now.
off? Oh yeah. You could go into the settings and change the time on that. Like not now, but later. You can go to the settings
Oh, I
and
know that.
change it to where it doesn't time out, like it stays on longer.
I know that. You
Yeah.
know, I may test that during the week. Do a couple of impromptu lives on this one or the tablet. Yeah, because the video is definitely better.
Yeah, and the
It's not
sound is
choppy.
better. I hear you clearly.
Actually, I don't have anything here. It has a cancellation on it.
Ain't this a brand new phone too?
Yeah, it's brand new phone.
Oh yeah, so see. Uh, hey, see, you done messed up something.
Okay,
You were just
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. It was fine, then it was gone.
Let me see if so I'm gonna chime out here. Good night, fellas. Good night. Tonight I looked at the bus driver. Good show tonight. I looked at the bus driver video. Um, do you think I gotta go right? I have to go right in on the show tonight and edit half of it.
It's gonna be a whole lot of editing. Won't
I was like, man, man. Yeah, I know. I know. It'll be a whole lot of editing. Um, yeah, I'm gonna use the phone or the tablet next week. Well, no, I'm gonna change the setting on this bad fella. Um, yeah, I'll do that. It'd be cool to have some AirPods, but I don't. And I'm not gonna buy none either. Yeah, I ain't gonna buy none. I ain't gonna buy none. Uh, all right, man.
All righty.
Good night.
Have a wonderful night. Jesus Christ, the way,
Yeah,
the
good.
truth, and the life.
Yes, sir. Do. Where's it go? Where's it go? Oh, let me. Yeah. All right. I gotta cut you off. Uh, I can't cut you off. Okay, here we go. Menu. All right. Hey, gentlemen, this is here Jeremy Dr. D. I mean, they cut off, so I can't.
Hey, all right, I'll just leave myself for you.
It's just waving. All right. Hey, gentlemen, this is here Jeremy Dr. D. And this is Ian. Thank you for coming and sharing the video with me. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we help others by clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. And don't forget the new segments to get ride and share with Dr. D and in them streets. And if you need anything else, just click down below and check me out. And maybe we can help you get beyond your first move. If you remember anything else, remember this. And remember anything else, remember this. Every time you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and not move backwards. Life's just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is a Hero Journey with Dr. D, and we are out.